Hello friends, welcome to Learn Positive with Pradeep Kumar. If you're watching my channel, like, share, comment, subscribe, click the I button, click the bell button. Today's subject is Industrial Management and Road Transport Organization, shortly IMRTO, Unit 1, Principles of Management, Part 3. I will upload this video in both language, Tamil and English. You want to see the playlist of this subject, please click the I button on the top of the video. It will show the playlist in both language, Tamil and English, also other subjects. See all the videos and don't forget to subscribe. Today topic is Henry Fayol's Principles of Management. In our previous video, we saw about F.W. Taylor's Principles of Management. This is the upgrade version of Scientific Management Principles, corrected version. So, Henry Fayol, he is a French industrialist. He was concentrated on the administrative aspects of scientific management and he created 14 principles of management. They are divisions of work, authority and responsibility, discipline, unity of command, unity of direction, subordination of individual interest to organizational interest, remuneration of staffs, centralization, scalar chain, order, equity, stability of staffs, initiative, and esprit de corps, sense of union. These are the 14 principles set by Henry Fayol, and we will see it one by one in detail. First one is division of work. This means that a worker is giving only a small element of work to do. So it will create him as a specialist in that work. So if we are using a specialized person in a work, it gives a better result, better efficiency and maximum output of that work. This can be applied to all kind of works, technical as well as managerial skills. The second one is authority and responsibility. Authority is the right to command to get the work done. So a person is capable of giving a command, right command. So he is the person who are going to be an authority. And the responsibility, without any responsibility there is no authority. If the authority didn't have any responsibilities, he never runs the organization, he cannot run the organization and the work is not done perfectly. So the responsibility is more important for the authority. The responsibility is the accountability of authority so that the official authority is not misused. The next one is discipline. Henry Fayol says discipline is the word outward marks of respect. So this is the word which induce the respect of the individual persons observed in accordance with the employment arrangements and organizational rules. These rules and agreements should be clearly defined and understood for every employees. Also, these rules and regulations should be enforced fairly and judicially with the employees. So it will give better performance to of the organization. With an individual employees will give perfect result. So next one is unit of command. So unity of command, everyone should have only one superior, otherwise conflict and confusion in authority. If there is many superiors for each and every one, they will get confused what the work we have to do. One of the supervisors said this one to do this one and another supervisor said do this one. The employee get confused and what to do first, he didn't know what to do first. So if there is one superior, there is no conflict and confusion in authority and instruction should be resulted. And the next one is unity of direction. This is the principles of Fayol's, that is there should be one head and one plan. If there will be many heads, they must have many plans to do. So the employees working in that organization are confused and they will distracted with the different types of plans by the different heads. If there is a one head and one plan, the organization will go through that path only and give better result. For example, a personal department have only one personal manager with a specified plan for personal policies, feeding persons to all departments. This will give better result for the organization. And the next one is subordinate of individual interest or to organizational interest. While the individual interest should be integrated with the organization interest such much as possible. So if the organization discussed with the employee and the employee gives some ideas to the problems, so he will give the solutions, the management will consider that. If sometimes the management should not consider that, because the interest of the organization must take priority over the interest of an individual or a particular group. Whenever there is a conflict between the two, there will be a problem. So the first priority should be the interest of organization only, not the individual or particular group of that organization. The next one is remuneration of the staff. So remuneration is the wage payment for a service rendering by a person, or it should be responsible and satisfy both the employer and employee. All the employees should be fair paid with appropriate additional incentives for additional effort. If they are growing with they will do their work regularly and they will get salary. If the efficiency of the work is going to be high, then the employer should pay the incentive or bonus for the employee. So if the employees grow with the bonus, the organization also grow with that bonus. So next one is centralization. So Foyles believed that while some authority should be given to the subordinates to make decision, all major possible decisions should be made at the top management level. So the small decisions are made by the individual subordinates to give improvement to the organization. If there is any major policy discussion, the subordinate should discuss with the management level and they will take the decision. So if they can reach the management at any time of level, so to discuss about the problem and policy, so it is called the centralization. If they cannot reach the management level, top management level at the time of the problem, if there is no centralization, the organization will be get down. If the centralization is there, we can attend the policy discussion at any time to get improvement of the management level. The next one is scalar chain, that is line of authority. So it means line of authority. This principle states that the order and instruction should be sent from the top to the lowest rank only through the line of authority. So that is the top level management, and then middle level management, and then lower level management. There are three set of peoples like CEO, manager, subordinates, like that. So if the instruction is made by the CEO, it will transfer to the managers, and the managers will transfer that message to the subordinates and workers. If the communication should take place from the manager to the workers only through works managers, superintendent, and supervisors who are appointed by the management as an authority to control the floor. So if the communication is not spread out by the work manager, so superintendent and supervisor, so if it is authority was moved by someone else, so the chain, the scalar chain is break out, the line of authority was collapsed, and there will be a small inefficient work. So the organization should maintain the scalar chain to improve their work efficiency and satisfying the employees. The next one is order. It is the management of thing and person. It is divided into material order and human order. The material order, a place for everything and everything in its place. If anyone want to access any material, So they should go to that place. They will get everything on that place. If everything was at that place, we can access everything at one place. So the next one is human order. Human order is a place for everyone. So it is like a office. Office is a place. It is for everyone. Everyone in this and everyone in this place. So everyone in this place is can authorize the office. To achieve the above order, scientific training and proper placements are necessary to keep the order of management. That is material order and human order. The next one is equity. So equity, we have different words, that is equality and equity. What is equality and what is equity? So equality, if in the company the all of our employees, in employee level they are giving a name called ID called, they are the employees of this company. For example, they are Hyundaians, so they are all the employees of the Hyundai. This is the equality. And but they have different positions in the companies, that makes them not fair and friendly. So we need equity in that company, that is the manager should be both fair and friendly to the subordinates, and equity results when friendliness is coupled with justice. The application of the principle of equity requires good sense, experience and good nature. And the 12th one is stability of staff. Employee turnover should be minimized and tenure and long term commitment should be encouraged. So the employee should be in the organization for a long term commitment. So if the long term commitment of the employee in the organization, there will be a good and better performance results. So it results in a sense of belonging to the organization, giving rise to dedication and better outputs. And the next one is initiative. So initiative, the subordinate should be encouraged to initiate new ideas and carry out the plans even when some mistakes of results. So it will give the organization new ideas, upcoming ideas, and it helps to improve the organization to the next level, move to the next level. Without an initiative within the subordinates working in the organization, there will be no upgrading ideas, there will be no upgrading ideas and improvement of the organization. The next one is esprit de corps, that is sense of union. The employees should work as a team because there is a strength in unity, and the management should promote this team spirit. If the workers are work as a team, they will get better result. If they are working as individual, there is no result more than the company is running. So with the team, with the motivating of a team spirit, it will give better result to the organization. These are the 14 principles set by the Henry Foils. Friends, if you like this video, give a thumbs up, share with your friends, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.